But what surprises me about dogs is he learned things I never teach him. For example, every time he wanted to go outside, he patted me twice with his paw. And I said, wow, that's impressive. I never taught him that thing. It's like he came with a preloaded software or something. Until some extent, I think that he was training me and not the other way around. I couldn't find YouTube tutorials how to teach a dog about divorce. Until some extent, I became his emotional support instead of the other way around. This dog is incredible.
Our next storyteller is coming up. His name is Chris. Let's give a big hand for Chris.
Hello, everyone. So it was November 2016, and I was driving in Puerto Rico from coast to coast, and the very special reason for this long trip was to pick up a friend that I never seen before, a friend that I bought online. Don't worry, this friend was a dog, a little furry puppy, looked like a Lassie. If you are too young to remember Lassie, Lassie was a famous dog back in the 60s and 70s who had a TV show and movies. And this dog, on every single episode, saves his family or her family. And I thought that it was great. I wanted a Lassie. So the first task with this Lassie was assigning him a name. So I thought the first name that I thought was Chamo, which is a Venezuelan slang for young people. But if you have a dog, you understand that they get many names over the time. It's like seasonal. He has some names like Ramon, Ramonaldo, Ramonaldinho, Johnson, many others. And so the second task was training him. I went into YouTube and checked how to teach a dog how to see it. It took us one day. How to teach a dog how to not destroy shoes. It took us a little bit longer. But what surprises me about dogs is he learned things I never teach him. For example, every time he wanted to go outside, he patted me twice with his paw. And I said, wow, that's impressive. I never taught him that thing. It's like he came with a preloaded software or something. Until some extent, I think that he was training me and not the other way around. His personality is very friendly with other dogs and people, and he doesn't bark at all. His thing is just jumping and jumping like a rabbit. It's kind of strange. 1 year later, in 2017, the Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico, and it was a strong storm in the middle of the night, strong winds, no electricity, no TV, no radio, no cellular service, and I was covering with Chamo in one of the restrooms. And in the worst part of the storm, I felt it was time to face the storm. But hey, those are the things that you do for friends. After all that destruction, we decided to start a new life in Miami. But the first challenge was Chamo is a mid-sized dog, and the airline asked me for a letter saying that he was an emotional support dog at least. So I did what I know how to do. I went online and then checked, fill a form, and a psychologist that I never seen before said, this man need this dog on board to avoid crisis. Then, well, I got my letter next day to the airport. Every time an official told me, hey, sir, that dog, I showed the letter to the face, and then they let me in. Well, life in Miami started a little bit rough. We went into a fancy dog park, and 4 other dogs started biting Chamo, and it was his first dog fight. And he doesn't know how to fight. It was my first dog fight. So I got into the fight, got him from the harness, pulled him out. I ended up with few scratches and bites, but nothing serious. But hey, those are the things you do for friends. Living in Miami, I got married. For Chamo, it meant another human was in our back. I noticed something else about dogs. They learn by association. Every weekday when this person came home, she used to call to my phone rings. He got excited, he timed exactly the moment when she would show on the door. He received her with a lot of energy and love. It was impressive for me learning that from Chamo. Because the type of job I do, we had to relocate to Minnesota. Minnesota has a brutal winter. I learned that there is cold and there is Minnesota cold. Chamo is okay because he is very furry. And then soon enough, we learn about different type of storms. This time was a blizzard. Strong winds, no electricity, similar movie that we lived before. And in the worst part of the storm, you know the drill. COVID came, and I decided to get divorced. For Chamo, that meant that the other human was no longer part of our pack. The phone still rings. Chamo get excited, go to the door, but she's no longer coming anymore. Bless you. I felt a little bit bad for Chamo. I couldn't find YouTube tutorials how to teach a dog about divorce. Until some extent, I became his emotional support instead of the other way around. This dog is incredible. We keep moving across the United States, this time driving. I don't want to mess with letters anymore. He still is my co-pilot in all these adventures. He starts to walk slow and slow. He's not jumping anymore like before. Instead he's doing long stretches like a cat. He's getting gray hair on his face, which is funny. And then we both know that at some point one of us will leave our pack as well. But until then, until the next storm, I promise this dog that every single time I will arrive home, I will greet him with love and energy, and that's because what we should do for friends. Thank you so much.
Buenas nochesillas. Hola, papi, ¿cómo estás? Hola, papito, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo están, papitos? Buenas noches. Estaba hablando de ti. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, hijo. Dios te bendiga. Estaba durmiendo. Sí, estaba durmiendo como unos ositos.